So right now I'm heading to my septic job for the last time. Today is my last day at this job. I did get another job offer, and it's one that I absolutely could not pass up. First of all, it's paying more. Also, it's a traveling job, which means I'm going to be able to see places that I usually wouldn't be able to. But also, the owner of the company is my best friend, so really can't turn that down. Finally home. It's been a crazy week, to say the least. But I'm just happy that the craziness is over. Now I get to just hang out at the house and relax. So I'm gonna be smoking a Rocky Patel The Edge, and I'll be enjoying that with a nice cheap Cabernet. It's not the greatest, but it still gets the job done.
This was the best you'd ever get.
This is my first cigar in like a week, so I'm really enjoying this right now. Alright, let's talk about my job. So I have this buddy that me and him have actually been like pretty close friends for several years now. We worked together at Borden, and things kind of fell through there for me, and then later on eventually for him. And we ended up, of course, getting our own different jobs and whatnot. And really the big story here is what ended up happening with him and his job. He really ended up getting screwed. I don't really know how much I'm supposed to tell of the story or how much I'm allowed to, but basically, this dude and his brother and his dad, they were all working at the same place, and they all got fired in the same day, and it was pretty wrong how it happened. Definitely not the best way to conduct business, and the guy was extremely unprofessional. So they decided that their best course of action at this point was to start their own business doing the same thing. So that's how they started Booth Builders USA. So they started this business, and it started out as a very small, of course, 3 people thing, father and sons. And as they've continued on in their journey, they started picking up more and more work. And so I ended up getting the call from, my friend, and he ended up saying that they really needed more people. And I'd always talked about, if you need anything, I'm always there. And, I believe in you as a business person and, as an entrepreneur. And if you ever took the step to move forward and do something for yourself, I'm right there in your corner, and I'll be there whenever you need me. And so he ended up giving me the call that he needs me. So naturally, I looked at everything laid out, comparison of the job that I had before versus this job, and it would be a different environment for sure. I'm learning different things, which is always a plus. Making more money, I get to travel, so I'm gonna be seeing not just the state, but the country, which is awesome. Actually, in a few weeks, we're supposed to be heading out to Denver, Colorado, so that of course is gonna be a whole other video of its own. And I'm looking at all of this, and I'm like, of course. Like, why wouldn't I jump on that, you know? So I let him know this is gonna end up being my last week. I'm gonna go ahead and go tell my boss. I'm gonna talk to him, let him know. And that was kind of the scary part, because I have been with this company for a little over a year, and they've treated me pretty decent. There are definitely better options out there, but I try to stick my loyalty, where I've been given that opportunity. So I was talking to the owner of this company, and I was letting him know that I was gonna have to step away. Unfortunately, this is my last week, the whole spiel. And of course, he was very receptive. He was respectable about it. He understood the situation as it is. I did tell him that I didn't mean for it to be such short notice. Unfortunately, that's just what it was. And he was pretty understanding for the most part. Now I'm gonna take a moment real quick in the middle of this story. I'm getting such an amazing draw out of this cigar right now. Let me see if I can show you what I mean. Look at that. That is just ridiculous. Never mind my dirty hands, but that is so awesome. Like, I really love these cigars. I keep on meaning to do a cigar review on these, and every time I have it in the humidor, I just tend to grab it and smoke it. And one of these days I'll get around to it. So the end of the week comes along, and it's my last day. I go from Livingston to Beaumont, and I'm going to pick up some parts. And while I'm gone, I end up getting an email saying that my paycheck is ready, my pay stub is ready to be looked at. So I go to look at that, and I realize I was shorted $300. Apparently, whenever the truck was in the shop, the repairs were pushed on to me. So he decided, without talking to me, without having a conversation, without trying to figure out any kind of solution that we could work out, or a payment option or anything, he just took money out of my check. And there's two things that you really don't want to mess with, and that's my family and my money. So I turned around from Beaumont, which, if you have no idea where these places are, it was about an hour drive. So I turned around from there, no parts, and I went and took the company truck, dropped it off, grabbed my check, left. Needless to say, he really wasn't too pleased about that, but at the same time, neither was I. So if you, I'm not going to call you by name, happen to be watching, that's for you. I need more wine. Okay. Where was I? So Monday ended up rolling around, and I started this new job. It's something that I haven't done before, but it was pretty cool, honestly. I'm not really a huge construction guy, but this kind of seemed, I don't want to say easy, but pretty cut and dry. It's kind of like having instructions and then just following the instructions. Not too terrible. The job itself, I never really considered to be an actual job. I always assumed that at these body shops and whatnot, where they paint cars, they have the paint booth already pre-built, and it's kind of part of the building. But it's not the case apparently. So there's different companies like this one that I'm working for now that will go around and install these new paint booths, and we do the installations and the cleaning and repairs. It's really a cool profession. The only thing that I have to get over is my fear of heights, because being on the roof of a building, 20, 30 feet up, that's a little sketchy. So it's been a lot of fun, just learning different things. Even honestly being up on the roof or even on top of the paint booth itself, it isn't too bad. Getting off of the roof, that was the sketchy part, but even that wasn't too terribly bad. So while I'm also hanging out with friends, I'm making money, I'm traveling, but I'm also getting over my fear of heights. So far, the only downside, which it is a big one, is I'm not able to see my family too much. I'm only home on the weekends, and that's if I'm not out of state. Whenever we go to Denver, I'm gonna be gone for 3-4 weeks, and that one's gonna be a little bit rough. So yeah, my first week on the job was pretty great. I'm having a good time so far, making new friends and learning new skills. Whenever we go out of state, whenever we hit Denver, I am going to be recording that as well. It'll most likely be my next vlog video. Here in a few days, I'll make sure to post a cigar review, so I expect to see all of y'all there. I'm gonna spend the next about 30 to 45 minutes by myself here, and whenever I'm done with this cigar, I gotta get back out there and hang out with the kiddos. But I'll see you in a couple days. Till then, cheers.